All right, guys. Welcome now as we run into round 7. We're getting pretty close to the end here. So right now we've got what looks to be a pretty solid matchup between Coruscant up top and White Knight on the bottom. Both teams currently at 6 points, so they're really going to be scrapping it out to try and get as many as they can, while also hoping that Break does really bad in the next few matches to keep things nice and competitive. But anyway, you guys have seen these teams plenty. You know what it's about. Okay, now let's see. Did we do Lusalia Gate outside? I'm not sure. Let's find out. I'm not sure, to be honest. Either way, it's going to be an awesome match. Okay. I think that Paladin is the time magic unit, right? Yeah. Interested to see if his Meteor Rain might come into play here. Meteor Rain is a really cool cast for non-casters, I find. I've tried to make it, really stand out, but I haven't really been able to do it. I think it might have been Coruscant. Somebody made a half undead team of all time mages, and I remember that Comet and Meteor Rain on that team worked pretty well. So, if anybody remembers which team that is, you can comment it for me. Okay, so team's getting set up here. Looks like we're going to have a lot of casts go off pretty quickly here. Was that? Okay, that was a that was a sequence. That archer being a frog is pretty nice, can't lie. Decent balance that is going to get shot back for exactly the same amount. I really quite fancy that. That's kind of interesting. Oracle moving way into the back, as he sometimes likes to do. Pretty good damage on the Hokuton, but holy hell, that is a lot in reprise, and the Dragon Spirit is pretty nice for White Knight. It's a 2v4 right now. Yeah, that's some pretty good buffs taken away, but oh good lord, so many counter magics here. That ninja is taking a nap. Is this gonna proc? Nope. Alrighty, what's that, a 3v3? Can balance do it this time. For 1,000,000 damage. That re-raise balance combo really paying off right there. No death sentence needed as he goes down. So that Oracle can sandbag with the life drain, but he really is not a great unit to close out matches. We saw it in the first, or in the was it the first fight in the pub between him and Dr. Carvalho? And yeah, the Oracle just he is such a cool unit. It does so many cool things, but he's not a he's not a clutch unit. You really want the rest of your team to be alive so that he can do shenanigans without being targeted by the other units. Okay. So, Samurai babysitting that frog, but he has been cured of his frogness. Yeah, no death sentence, and that re-raise excellente. Oracle really going out there. Good thing he's not death sentenced or something. Because, like... yeah. Well, Undead being able to get some good value in these couple turn, well, in his one turn and reaction. And the double team there kind of not at all what White Knight was looking for. These counters, what a... I love this matchup. That ninja proving to be the Crystal Collector. Oracle gonna charm the ninja with the very stylish reflect, and we'll see if the ninja can screw over his ally. Well, that's a pretty good way to screw her over. Now, if I'm the samurai, do I get rid of the charm, or do I just take the paladin back down? You know, I take him down. Although, let's see something. Oracle going to be able to stall. I'm not necessarily sure that crippling his charmed unit is the best idea. Okay, so 6 speed. Or 6 speed, 9 speed, Jesus. Oh my guys, I'm really high right now. So, okay, so they both outspeed him, although the charm is certainly a welcome thing for White Knight. I don't know if the frog is, though. No undead, not that it would really matter that much. That Oracle is really tanky. No proc on that. Okay, how many status immunities does that frickin' samurai have that he is just nuking this ninja? Yeah, I don't know. If I'm White Knight, I'm shaking my fist at the computer screen right now. That said, Oracle not giving up. I think that frog... I don't know, the ninja... He is the Crystal Collector, so I'm not sure why he didn't grab that one. That Oracle... running a 70% react, so... You do have to get a little bit lucky with not bringing him into critical. You love to see the Undead Reversal Revive. It looks like... that... Okay, that is a very interesting example of sentient AI because they do not know about reactions. So she has no idea that she's going to get that HP back, but she does it. So, yeah, that's that's like I think maybe my favorite turn that I've seen this whole tournament. Wow. Okay. Double kill to end the fight. That was something else. Wow. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty entertaining game one. Let's see how things shake out in game number 2. Okay, so I'm doing a bit of a weird setup right now, and I'm recording the audio like for mic with my phone, and then just like adding it to the video after. And it's a good thing that I checked, because like the music or just like the game audio in general was like really glitching out at the end of the game there. So apologies for that. I plugged my laptop in, so hopefully we don't get that weirdness. Okay, so we did a small one, right? We did Poescus Lake. We did Public Cemetery, I think. Don't think we did Tutorial 2. Let's try that. I'm also rendering the edited together version of game 1 right now in OpenShot, so like we'll see if the two kind of cancel out and I just end up glitching out again. But we're gonna find out. Alright, as usual, White Knight starting out the game with 3 hastes. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, usually it's the priest that doesn't get it, so it's interesting that the Oracle doesn't get it this time, and I wonder how that'll factor in. Oracle was the longest lived unit for White Knight last time. I missed what she's casting, but tell you what, we are starting off the game with a lot of casting. Tell you what, again, this time we're getting 1 cast, and I believe that was a very, 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 very clutch sinkhole, because whatever that priest was charging up was gonna cause generational damage, I dare say. Okay, Atnabo proc for a pretty decent chunk of damage, but not enough to stop that cast. Death sentence on the priest is horrible. Alright, so going even on the stop. Oracle absorbs that, right? No? Okay, hold on a second, because that was white for sure, and I wasn't sure about this last time. Alright, well, unfortunately the priest is in one of those loops where another unit just completely cancels her out. They must have the same speed, right? Yeah, 8. Is that I think that's the amount of damage he took, wasn't it? Kind of high right now, so it's like, you know, my mental acuity is not as high, but I don't know, like, going for those hits when you're not absorbing them. Like, when you do that with, well, I guess that's the idea, right? You do it with, like, oh my god. What is happening right now? Yeah, Priest is gonna go down after her cast. Are you guys seeing this shit right now? Okay. If this is a triple kill, oh my god. No, Oracle, what are you doing? You need to... No! You needed to life drain her. I feel like Cooper banging on the walls of the Tesseract at the end of Interstellar. Okay, Squire survives. Okay, this Oracle. The Oracle needs to kill the Summoner. Do it now. You must do it. Follow your hatred. No, no. What the hell? Okay, Deborah? No? You know what? Okay. Maybe that was the smart move. Okay, what's he gonna do? Can he... No, he can't keep the priest down, and that re-raise. Big blow. Okay, what's Samurai gonna do? Some kind of... Plague Bio? No, Magic Twisted. Still not enough. Okay, Moogle. Hawkeye puts the Squire on his knees. For such a goofy start to a match, this is really intense. Oh, the balance takes him down and just in time to lose his turn. Can you believe that? I am not going to make any prescriptions. That's actually pretty huge. That Paladin's still hanging in. And the healing staff is not going to be enough to kill. Summoner just frog-mogging. Oh. He's now using the dog filter, I don't know, sticking his tongue out. Okay, this Magic Twister I don't think is even remotely... Yeah, no. Oracle might be able to kill the Samurai here, and she has to hang in here for a while, and if she's healing herself for like 70 or something, or whatever that was, 80, that's not gonna cut it. Man, White Knight's team very, very, very insistent on just maintaining, which can hinder, but in a situation like this, honestly can really help, I think. Like, the situation they were in before, I don't know, it's hard to decide, like, oh yeah, okay, well 3 of them were stopped, that's horrific, right? But, if it's a 3v1, wow, that was kind of, like, poetic, if there is such a thing in Arena. Yeah, I feel like that's one I'm going to rewatch quite a lot after this is all said and done. Okay, so that was our large map. Now let's find... Did we do Fava Ham Flames? Alright, well, if we did, I'm sorry. Alright, so for the tie-breaking match... I don't know. Light. Also, you know something? I was like just straight up wrong. Oh wait, I can't remember if we did this one, but yeah. I was just wrong. If you put it on nighttime, it does like freaking do it. I'm just stupid. My memory is that of a goldfish. Especially if I smoke like 3 joints before recording a video. Alright, pretty solid damage, and that's a big chunk of the priest's max HP. Okay, tailwind for the samurai and the archer, so 1 undead hasted and 1 not. Something I need to remind myself to do is play more of these like really creepy, intense themes when undead teams are there. Because like that's, you know, I don't know. I feel like if I'm a little fictional, digital, pseudo-medieval, high fantasy soldier, and like I'm going into a fight and I see a motherfucker who's like dead but standing and holding a weapon and moving towards me with an intent to kill me. Like, I don't know, I feel like my blood pressure would be up a little bit, you know? Anyways, MP Drain, as usual, proving to be incredibly effective. So, the meta conversation for a while was Throw Stone. Surprisingly, we've seen, like, I'd have to reconsult White Knight's breakdown on the Discord, but like, oh my god, that's a really good Dispel metric. But anyways, we might have like 1 Throw Stone or 2 or something like that in this tournament. But by all rights, it should have been on every team because that ability is insane. And like, you know, Duskblade, Ethereal Spear, Melt, MP Drain, like, those are all really good spells because not only are you interrupting the cast, but you're getting a little bit out of it. You know, you recover a little bit of MP for most of them. And this is very important, you do not trigger Dragon Spirit for, like, well, most of them. Okay, well, that death sentence, as we have seen, crippling for that Paladin. This one is looking a little bit less favorable for White Knight than his last catastrophe that he averted a few minutes ago. And that is a phenomenal Absorb heal. Gotta say, when Coruscar's team can do those... Okay, Oracle on his knees, and finally, for once, does not get up with HP Restore. And with that, White Knight has lost this set 2-1 as his Paladin will fall to the floor in the shakes of a tail feather. Let's see how many shakes. As of right now, 0 shakes. Alright, good job, Coruscant. That was a really good set, I gotta say. Oh, by music. Okay, good job, guys. You pleased me. On to the next. Okay. All right, we're back, and now we have a very important match, this time between Rex on top here and Baron on the bottom. So Baron right now is sitting at a very handsome 9 points. So if Baron and with break at 11. Now the thing is that Baron has 3 remaining sets, this being one of them, and break has 2. So if Baron takes this one over Rex, then Baron will be tied for first place with break going into the next round. Now, Rex, on the other hand, with a win, would get only to 10 points, but still within, very much within the realm of possibility for winning the tournament. So, yeah, this is like a pretty, honestly, pivotal match that's going to happen. But we've seen these units a bazillion times. You don't need to see them again. If you do, well, your ADHD is probably a little bit worse than mine, to be honest with you. Okay, we went to Dagolo. I don't think we've done Thieves Fort, so let's do it. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait. Whoops. Wrong one. Okay. So Archer is going to move way forward and no Atma Bow proc, but you know he wanted it so bad. Okay. I always forget what his support is. Is he luck up? Yes, this is what happens when I don't read them every time. Speed up. I wonder what's better between the two. Because, you know what? That Archer... Oh, well, he's down. But that Archer was pretty big in revival loops in past matches. Oh, that frog is amazing to start, although the Asuna is going to be right there. Still, like, you know, you're using up the Priest's turn. That's still really good. But a Sinkhole looks to keep the Archer down for a little bit. Now, Rex's units are pretty clumped up. Now, and I'm wondering if Baron is going to be able to take advantage of that. Archer able to create some distance, though. Now, I think... Does Baron have a Zodiark on his team? I can't remember. But if he does, this will be a pretty productive one. Alright, so we are seeing the Battle of the Frogs here. You can't be a frog if you're dead, though. So that Paladin, a really important part of Rex's game plan. So having him frog sitting in the corner doing fuck all is actually, like, really bad. I would go so far as to say devastating. Okay, this has been a battle of interrupts. That is, yeah, another canceled revive. Or cast, whatever. This Leviathan gonna bag 2 or 3. 2 and 1 kill. Rex getting mauled. And these frogs are not mogging. Although, hey, that ninja went down. That Squire's... Oh. Well, he's one of very few to have survived that flare proc. But we have a nice little frog party down there. I don't think they're going to be celebrating for very long. We are up to 4.5 minutes. I don't know how many minutes this is going to last. Yep. Yep. Well, Baron, if you want to win the tournament, you are certainly starting off exactly the right way. Good heavens, these last couple of rounds have been frickin' phenomenal for you as your team shows off why it has so many wins. Okay, I am almost 1,000% sure that we did not do Zigola's Swamp. Night at the swamp and a little bit of rain. And you forgot your sweater. But you're kind of glad you didn't bring your sweater because it would have gotten all soaked up and shit. Okay, I don't frickin' know. Sure. Alright, a moody map and a moody song. Alright, that 3-piece haste. Gonna give them a lot more turns. Oh man, you know something? Those don't axe onto ninjas? Okay, Paladin, I don't think that was the guy you should have been going for there, but alright. Let's see if... Yeah, no, I don't think there's gonna be a Masuna on that guy, because... Considerable chance he just gets hit for 400 damage. Squire gonna make sure that a low roll does not foil them. My god. Can I just cut that phrase out of the conversation and paste it back in? Yeah, this is a fun one to watch, guys. See ya. Wow, yeah, these two teams really interacting in an interesting fashion, I must say. Okay, so Paladin on revive duty. You know something? That Paladin is constantly reviving. I feel like he's just too nasty to be a support guy, he's a family man, but that guy's gotta just be a bit more violent, because when he jumps, he just humiliates you. What do you mean he just dealt 590 damage? What? But that being said, this is... Ooh. PA save and he's critical. So this is a battle of two very, very, very absolutely devastating paladins. Luckily, this game, it seems that Rex's paladin is getting the better of him a little bit. But yeah, Baron's paladin has one-shotted so many freaking units and casually run in and done 420 damage consistently. And then, Rex's team, will just, nail you for a guaranteed hit into the 500 damage. But, you know what? Sometimes that paladin just shits the bed and loses the fight. Like we saw in his match with Break, where that paladin hit for, 120 to 150, 10 times in a row. Okay. Yeah, Rex's team doing a good job hanging in there and forcing those ladies to just keep on doing their pickups. if this hits, well, no if, no and, no but. Well, there's certainly a but. Okay, just barely surviving that. I wonder if the... Yeah, the MP switch did save his life. He would have frickin' croaked otherwise. See, the croak joke doesn't work as well because he's not frogged, but at the same time, we are in a swamp right now. Like, why couldn't have all that frogging bullshit have happened on this map? In any case, it looks like this is going to a tiebreaker. Probably. You know, don't clutch your pearls, but... You know, there's been something of a rivalry between ninjas and squires this tournament. Like, I have seen so many, you know, squire attacks a ninja, and then the ninja counterattacks and fucks him up, and then, you know, ninja attacks the squire, and the squire counterattacks and knocks him on his ass. And I think it's the squires coming ahead of those exchanges, usually. But, like, yeah, the unit dynamics have, and, like, the rivalries, you know, the nemesis that have been found have been hilarious, and part of me wants to, like, just tally all of this shit up, but, like, that's just so much work, you know? But yeah, Baron's team just sandbagging. Now, I don't think those casters can cast infinitely, and that paladin's dead no matter what. Ooh, Ninja doing a bit of acrobatics to guarantee the hit there. But he wasn't able to guarantee the kill, as that squire is probably going to get another turn. Yeah, and even on the low roll, that paladin is taking a dirt now. Okay, don't moves on ninjas have been pretty effective throughout this tournament, so... don't move now, though, gone because he's dead. And Chakra gonna help these guys stay intact, but the priest is gonna have to move forward if she wants to pick the ninja up, and the problem is that she's then going to move into range of attacks. Now, I think those two paladins are in a loop, and I'm pretty sure Rex wins that loop and just kills him every time. Because he's dropped him like 4 times this fight or something like that, I think. Let's see if this ninja can kill this squire, and it looks like he will be able to. Yeah, he can. Well, that's pretty big for for Baron. Can the archer kill the ninja? I think so. Yep. Man, that Atma Pro. First it was Atma Bro, and now it's Atma Pro. But yeah, that Atma Bow for a lot of the tournament was completely worthless. But now, I don't know. I feel like Rex has been like saving up all that good luck, all the luck in the world that he needs, and now he's pumping it out right now. Okay, no buffs for the gold staff to dispel, but that is a lot of damage in melee coming out of that priest. Oh, you gotta know that Rex was crossing his fingers for another Atmobile proc there, because that would have been devastating. So Paladin electing to go after the priest this time, and not to his benefit. She's down now, though. But, I don't know, Lesnar the Paladin gives me nightmares. I'm telling you, that guy can kill just about anybody. And there's the flare. And there is a drowning risk as he is face down in the mud. And probably really smelly, stinky water. Luckily for Arena, the Arena janitorial staff cleaned the swamp so that it's not like it doesn't have like an oil spill in it, and you know you won't grow 3 arms if you go skinny dipping, but still. Alrighty, well, Lesnar is up, and the nightmare is short-lived as it is back to a 2v1, and that time mage up against the two range kind of bromance units of Rex's team. We saw, like, in my match how they, valiantly held strong together against the onslaught. Okay. Can she kill them? Well, she can take the Mystic Knight back down and bring those guys a little bit lower for their trouble. That's a pretty nice revive, though. I'm not sure if she casts on him again, if there'll be a kill, but I'll tell you what, there's not going to be a 3-piece combo. Admirable proc would have ended that game, and if she stubs her toe, she's dead. Alright, Lesnar back in action. But I don't think he's going to be back in action for long. Nope. And I think the Squire's probably going to go ahead and finish her off. He seems to revel in killing blows and setting up kill combos. Yeah, and the murder combo, or pardon me, murder crossbow, showing its worth. Okay, so that is a win for Rex. Who took the first one? I can't remember. Huh. Let me try and jog my memory. So, what was the first map? Okay, I'm fried. Let's take a moment and I'm going to check who won. Yes. Okay, so the one before that was the Frog Massacre. A terrible tsunami that tragically killed many frogs and their friends. And so that means that we are going to a tiebreaker. Medium map. I think I must have been traumatized by that. Already did Underground Passage. Okay, I'm pretty confident we did not do Sandmouse. If we did, sorry. But yeah, guys, I'm blazed as shit, and it's 3 a.m. and I don't know why I'm doing this, but I don't know. I was sitting on a hill, and I'm like, you know what? Goddamn, I could do some FFT Arena right now. So, I don't think we did this one so far. Okay, Transparent gonna make that guy a lot scarier. Tume is kind of a double-edged sword because it's really, really nice to start with Tume and then move forward. But Tume becomes pretty bad the moment that you're in a tense situation and Transparent is no longer on the Tume unit, and then rather than going for a very important hit, what did they do? They Tume themselves and then they get killed before their next turn. Okay, so the Marksman. Probably was hoping for a Donact. Because, yeah, those arm aims, like, good heavens, man. Like, when they miss, it's so frustrating. But when they hit, they just win you the game sometimes. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but this song sounds extra loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so Sweeton not proccing anything. And it did not need to, because that is yet another 1-2 punch. Somebody set up, Squire set me up, or Mystic Knight set me up, or Marksman set me up. Rex's team is just, really special for its ability to coordinate attacks, I have to say. They are just so good at lining up those 1-2 punches. Now, as I say that, there was some pretty good teamwork going on from Baron's side that time. Mystic Knight. Gonna don't move the Paladin, but he better hope to God that he can avoid the proc. Okay, Murder Crossbow, this time robbing the ninja of his turn. Okay, can the archer don't act the priest? No, and Baron is sighing a breath of relief. I can tell you he's not relieved by the fact that the flare doesn't go there. Time Mage looking to get a pretty big cast, though. Okay, so is the ninja going to be able to do anything? And are these two going to be able to survive this? Wait, that cancels re-raise? Or did that just happen to expire right after the damage resolved? I'm not sure. I don't think... Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Leviathan does not cancel re-raise. Okay, so Mystic Knight's back up. Alright, nobody's dead, but I can tell you some people are more alive than others. The perspective in this game is so weird sometimes, because I thought that was going to be a double heal, but meanwhile she's like 3 tiles, or like 4 tiles away. Well, despite being the only non-aquatic map, Baron's Time Mage still perfectly happy to splash these guys in water. And they do not have the aquatic acclimation that frogs do. Ooh, if that killed, I think... Am I right to think that's... No, that sword doesn't have a proc, does it? I don't think so. What does he have again? Nope. Lionheart, aka the beefy sword. Okay. So, Rex... Yeah, backed into a corner, and I don't think he's getting out of it. So Baron's still very much in the running to win this tournament. Wow, Mystic Knight pulling out some Neo moves, but it is far too late. But you know what? I respect taking somebody down with you. Or taking him down before you, only for him to get up and ruin your day, as Baron takes that one 2-1 and is looking pretty damn good. Sorry, for the rest of this tournament. Congrats, Baron. Let's see if you can take the crown. Alrighty. Did I ever tell you guys that I'm like a bike? Because I'm too tired. But anyways, enough about me. So next up we have a very hotly awaited matchup, at least for me anyway. That being between Zodus' team, getting the player 1 treatment, very nice, and my team on the bottom. Zodus and I... we're min-maxers, no doubt. We're labbers. I think Zodus labbed a little bit more than I did. So if I lose, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, good job, Zodas, but... but anyways, I'm really excited for this one. Actually, hold on one second. I will... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's been a long night. Okay, so... Here are the teams. There you go. Good luck. Yeah, I'm using the... I'm using the keyboard right now. Because I left my... controller at home because I wasn't planning on recording. So I'm using my keyboard and I'm messing up all the controls. Okay, so here's my question. I don't know, which maps we've done already. I don't think we did Zeltania War Room, and if we did, no, fuck it. Alright, well, Zodus and I both desperately need this set win. Hopefully, whoever wins can do it 2-1 to at least be kind. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, so Zodus and I both with our quickening unit, although his monk is, I think, 11 speed, so that's the fastest guy on the field. And usually that title goes to Bellet, so I'm very interested to see how speed plays into this match, because Zodus is a big fan of speed, and rightly so, because, well, this is a tactics game. You know, speed is pretty much always the best thing in the game, right? But yeah, well, I gotta say, and the thing is, so I have those really nice guaranteed hastes out of the strength tonic, but it takes a while for me to get those online. So early on in the match, he's gonna be killing me on action economy a little bit. Alright, well, this is going to hit 1. Ooh, that's nasty, but the monk is still alive with a decent amount of HP. Death sentence? Yep. And we've seen a few times that is exactly how you cripple that squire. Now, the snag there for Zodus is that because he's death sentenced, the rest of Zodus' team is going to let him just hit very hard. Now, I really don't want this sadness to hit, because if the Squire goes after him, now he's going to hit, I don't know, half as hard, less than half as hard. Alright, and there's the best undead that Zodus can get on my team, so... fuck you. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? Despite the sadness, still able to kill that monk. And one more turn will be granted to the Squire before he keels over. Summoner recognizing that, hey, undead's bad, so I'm going to get rid of it. But, of course, probably could have gotten 2 hits with a Bahamut there, so... Yeah. Are there any other female squires in this tournament besides mine and Zodus's? I should know the answer to that. I think... I don't know. Probably not. Oh, but that sadness on the thief is lame for him. Well, Quicksilver is okay, but that summoner has bigger problems to deal with. Yara is going down, and she is not yelling timber. Oh, not quite enough to kill Sue the Thief. That... I can't really understate how important a turn that was, but He would have had to crit, so whatever. Okay, Yara is... Okay, gonna go for the Bahamut on the Monk, and I'm sure it'll hit, and it'll probably kill this time. Plague Bio really not getting anything done. You know, all it does is take away some of the Ninja's MP bank account and give the Squire a boo-boo for his upcoming nap. Okay, so it looks like this is another instance of the problem that Zodus has had in this tournament, which is the Monk gets knocked down and then has to get picked up, and his Thief hits some snags and isn't able to do her job as well. And then the Cure nuking scheme doesn't come out, and the opposing team is just able to kind of consolidate the win. And the moment that my Squire goes down, Bellet and Yara are both right there. And Illidan, being a very tanky unit. Now, is she still sad? Yes, she is. So the Omni Blast is not going to kill, but I'll tell you what, that Bahamut is going to be very rough. And even with sad... Oh, okay, Illidan ends up picking up Arthas, which, it's not that big a deal. If Zodus had undeaded his Monk, I'm not sure how many of them are undead immune, but anyways, Zodus' team does sometimes undead itself, so that actually would have been really to his benefit in this match. Okay, so Thief guards it, and the Monk is not going down off it, so Zodus sighing a breath of relief, and that Guild Toss, yeah, gonna take the Squire back down. But now the much better revive is gonna come in. Can't say I mind that too much, I'll trade those turns. Okay, Sinkhole though, so maybe I do not like that trade. Although the speed save now should break that loop. If it would have been a loop, it certainly won't be now. Sadness is gone, and wow, what a good time for that Thief to have her cast get a little bit more work done. Omni Blast. Ooh. Not gonna lie, didn't realize he was undead, but good going getting rid of the undead. On the other hand though, he could have nuked anyone off the face of the planet with the Asafune. I still think getting rid of undead is pretty good though, because, my team loves to sandbag, and Zodus had some trouble with sandbagging matchups before, so... not really that much damage, honestly. Zodus' units are doing okay. Lisa is the key. I want to check something. What? Okay, so Yara's at 90 faith, so she's still got a bit more left in the tank as far as buffing herself up. And yeah, she's gonna hit a decent bit harder. Okay, stop on the Squire. That is a hell of a lot better for me than the alternative. Well, Monk just keeping himself alive, and that's fair. Yeah, no undead was ever going to happen on Bellet, but there's no undead on the other two either. Ooh, and Illidan baring his teeth. But Sue was prepared. I don't know if anyone's going to get that joke. As she is on her knees. That was a Moogle. Yeah, but not quite in time to help out Arthas as he is on the ground. Getting a little taste of some kind of polished surface. I don't know if that's like marble. It's pretty fancy though. But yeah, Arthas is back up and plenty healthy. Thanks for the regen. Thanks for the heal. And yeah, so that little sequence went just peachy for me. No damage on the auto potion this time. There's that carbuncle. Yara with a very strange track record when it comes to carbuncle, and honestly a strange track record when it comes to everything. I feel like she lost a few IQ points between this tournament and the Christmas tournament, because I don't know, she does some stupid shit sometimes. Like in the matchup with Rex, she passed up like 2 or 3 Bahamut chances, and like for the life of me I still do not understand why she thought, like why that was a thing, but I don't know. Sue the Thief just got served. And Yara put on notice. Yeah. See, that was kind of a brainy joke there. Because you know, when you're getting sued, you get served a notice, right? And then notice rhymes with Zodus. So I know jokes are always funnier when you explain them, but anyways, this one's not over. The Guild Toss is not even... That was, I think, max damage. But he would have needed 2. And the only way you can get 2 Guild Tosses is with 2 Thief Knives. And you're only allowed to have 1 of any item in this tournament. So sorry. Alright. Arthas really bullying that thief. He must be mistaking her for Sylvanas. I don't know if any of us are World of Warcraft people. Okay. Yeah, my team just making sure nobody can die. And I don't know if Zodus will be able to make sure nobody can die. But he for sure will make sure that when they die, they don't stay dead. Which is pretty key. Now that's a lot of damage, but not enough to kill. Okay, so is Syl gonna get a turn? Because I feel like it's inevitable that she gets a turn because the Squire has lower speed than her. That being said, is he hasted? Nope. And as I predicted, she gets a turn. Steelheart ain't doing shit. Sometimes you can't finagle a meathead, and she's down. That bounce should be pretty... Holy smokes. Tell you what, folks. That's enough damage, and Bellet croaks. But she's alive. And I have a feeling Sue is about to be alive. Now, if you ask from Break, we need music from Live Alive. And you know, In this match, there are 2 thieves, but there aren't 2 knives. There's only one. Okay, so it looks like that is a spike bio that might not kill on its own right, but if it gets the undead, it might kill with the auto potion. And yeah, as I predicted. So that was very clutch, and she's going to be sitting on her ass for a while. I think that's the highest single damage we've seen in the entire tournament. So, suck it, Rex. And I think that summoner having to focus on herself. Yep. Big ol' Cure 4. But meanwhile, her friends are on the floor. And any new viewers are her walking out the door because my rhymes have shaken them to their core. After this hit, the monk is feeling pretty sore. I'm glad the thief isn't asleep, because when she sleeps, she'll snore. Can't lie to you folks, this was a close fight. Really felt like a war. And don't worry, once we're done, there's still gonna be more. That was quite a good game for sure. One day, people will talk about this match and it'll be part of the lore. Good thing there's no lion here, or he might roar. Okay, so some of these maps we have not done before. I'm really debating whether I should continue these rhymes or if they're at, like, probably at the point of starting to piss someone off. Alright, we get a tiger. Me and Zodus kind of battling for our tournament lives here. If Zodus can get at least one win, then, you know, he's going to be, like, able to kind of relax a little bit. You know, because for us middle of the pack folks, if we can do well and Break can do bad, then we have a chance. Chance, but not in the singing way, because there are no bards in Arena. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We do our part. Patty, you do your part in the next set. You got your work cut out for you, I won't lie about that, but you're a good team. Man, this map is weird, I gotta say. Like not in a bad way. It's pretty cool. Is this like is this a haptics map? I can't remember. Like, it's been so long ago since I was a kid fucking playing FFT for fun. I don't even know how I came back to this, but I got the arena somehow, somehow I got the arena itch, and, you know, I don't know, 6 months later I'm hosting a tournament. Yeah. Or, well, more like 8 or 9 months actually. Whatever. Alright, she's no turtle, but she's got a shell. Okay, so it's like Bellet knows... See, this is more sentient AI bullshit. How did she know? But it looks like no more undead, yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy I packed a holy water, I'll tell you that. Alright. Looks like Giltoth's gonna say nope to this. Yeah, if that had low rolled, she would have survived, but... Wow, and he survives that one too. Probably by the skin of his teeth. Yeah, because he's for sure crit immune, right? There is no way that he is not critical. Actually, no, maybe he... Yeah, okay, never mind. Because crit is, what, below 20%? Buff, buff, buff. Don't gotta be Arnold or anything. Wow, and the thief with very nicely timed. Alright, well, you know what? On the bright side, at least no frickin' undead auto potion bullshit. Yeah, and so Squire proving that undeads can be death sentenced. I'm sure there was an example earlier, but I had no way to be sure in that very brutal bar fight between White Knight and Dr. Carvalho. And yeah, good heavens, his oracle just did not want to be death sentence. I was gonna check something. Guys, what was I gonna check? Can you speak to me through the Tesseract here? I cannot remember. I don't know. Don't think this is gonna do anything. Nope. Sadness would be beautiful. Thank you. Oh, yes. I remember now. I am peeking through the dementia, my friends. If you guys have seen The Amazing Digital Circus, I am Kinger with a bucket on his head. Okay, very fortunately, not stopping the friendly thief there, and Illidan, oh my god, Illidan will not be the first one ninja to stand and mog for a prolonged period of time. I do this fucking too much. Oh Christ, okay. So, you know something funny about my team? Come on, I fucking hate this. So there's something funny about my team, and that's I have 2 undead clears. And do you want to know? Okay, do you want to know which units on my team can clear undead? This one and this one. So poor Bellet is just gonna have to fucking survive. Okay, so what I was gonna check is the MP on this fair lass, and it is not that low, but she went for that knockback earlier anyway. Even though I'm on the receiving end of that, that's still fucking funny. Like, substance abuse really is not a joke, friends. Okay, Arthas, bring her down. Tell you what, if I don't know, if they keep their distance, then that priest is maybe gonna have a bad time, but that's a couple turns away, so Zodis can, I don't know, make a bowl of Chef Boyardee. I really like the pasta shell, the pasta shell ones. with like the little meatballs and the, you know, shell pasta pieces. They're really good, but I used to cook them in these little ceramic cups, and I don't know if you guys knew this about ceramic, but it's very porous. So when you like have ceramic in like dirty dishwater, it will absorb the gunk like from the dishwater, from all the filthy shit you had in those dishes of yours. The pores will absorb it, and it'll stay there. And then if you, at a certain point, when the ceramic is saturated enough, and you put it in the microwave, it'll start oozing gunk out of the cup, and it's both very cool and very disgusting. And you know what's happening, because before the ooze starts getting bad, you'll start seeing like black cracks along the ceramic. But anyways, I'm getting wrecked right now. No more haste for the stopped unit. Oh no. She can stand still very quickly. Less quickly now. Yeah, that flag bio will never undead her, but it will be much more accurate going forward. Well, talk about mogging. Alright. Okay, goodbye. Alright, tiebreaker time. Good job, Zodis. Oh, fuck me. It's guys, it's 4:30 in the morning. What am I doing with my life? Okay, I think we did Miran Death City. Or no, we did Entrance. But I don't think we did Death City, because Death City's that like the one with like the house and then the kind of weird tall shit. And the yeah, that one. Okay. I had one specifically set up for this. Where the fuck is that? This one? Alright, good luck, Zodis. You've shown either way that our battle is a legendary one. Though the last one was not so legendary, if I'm being honest. It is kind of nice though, like, you know, if you're in a tournament and, you know, maybe things have been rough, or, you know, maybe things have been chill or whatever, sometimes it's nice to just completely wreck the other team. Like, you can, it's like at a certain point, it's like, okay, I can safely look away, I've won this, no problem. You know, my cortisol levels are way down. Zodis' team saying that sharing is caring. Meanwhile, Yara gonna say sharing is caring, because she's just gonna throw all her grievances at the manager there. You know, I always thought the whole thing about, like, managers was kind of misogynistic. Because why is it a manager and not a woman-manager, you know? But yeah, no death sentence on the Squire, and that's, you know, kind of nice. Because Zodis, the slimy rascal, prepared for this. He prepared for Auto Potion, and he prepared for, you know, Dragon Spirit, bullshit with these frickin' undead and death sentence inflictions. So Zodus, you can tell me all you want about how Dragon Spirit is not top tier, but you sure do build around making sure I can't use it a lot. What's that about, huh? But anyways, it's all jokes. Zodus is chill. We're cool. We're always spamming each other with build ideas. That smart little jerk taking valuable time away from my day. Going in deep on build ideas and shit. Okay, that's some good damage, but speed save, so she might be able to do some undead bullshit. Yeah. Alright. Alright, Illidan's just gonna stand there like, alright, I know there's gonna be some undead, so let me just fucking... okay, so that's another auto potion kill. Thank you, Bellet. Bellet making a very smart play, because now that monk is down, and my squire will not be able to suicide on him for now. But the thing is that monk is so goddamn fast, he might stand up before my squire can get out of this stop. And Soothe the Thief laying on those plague bios, the wascally wabbit. Okay, deflecting the slow onto Illidan, and I am absolutely fine with that. Okay, no more stops, so Arthas is going to be terrifying. Yeah, undead sucks, but also, you know, well, you know, now he's the Lich King, I guess, and he's gonna fucking heal himself all the time, because I ain't one of those teams that uses that weak-ass cure shit. Crit or no, that's not getting through. That does get through a little bit. Squire drops just in time to lose his turn, and Soothe the Thief is going to get sued for sexual harassment soon. And that summoner from the other side of the map able to do some cure bullshit. So, I don't know. Zodus might take this one. He might not. We'll see. Ooh, tell you what. I think Illidan's going to kill this little... Yeah, this... Oh my god. She just hangs in by the skin of her teeth. I'm shaking my fist right now. You guys can't see it, but I am. Shaking it. Vigorously. Not shaking it in that way. Don't be weird about it. Ooh. Well, Bellet does not have anybody to revive spam, so she's gonna go for the Asuna on a man who is now gonna be... Ah, crap. Is he undead? I think he is, right? Because he got cure damaged by the summoner just now. Man, if only we could have just knocked down Soothe the Thief. We were so fucking close. Yeah, so Illidan... Huh. What? Oh, is that... Huh, is that an undead exclusive, keeping those buffs on death? I thought those cleared.
Nope.
Okay, well, probably just another example of me not noticing very obvious things. But yeah, Bellet often benefits from being so goddamn fast, but oh, she ain't benefiting from nothing here. Okay, I didn't see how much health the monk is at. She's gonna hold on to that chakra band, thank you. Thank God. Oh, man. Well, you know the thing about Bellet is that when she was in prison, you know, before she went to jail, she wasn't only such a goody two-shoes church girl, you know? Like, she got prison tats and shit. You can't see them, but she has them. So she ain't afraid to, you know, go in and fuck you up. Can't you just let Yara have a turn? It would be absolutely hilarious if Arthas could have gotten up in time to steal that return, but he does not. Now, the benefit of your whole team being undead is that your really sandbaggy, dodgy asshole of a support unit can pull some cool things off. Tell you what, that return really bit Zodus in the ass hard, because that would have, like, if she hadn't used that, like, straight up, he would have won the game. But my squire, you know, managing to avoid the tragic dividend of his incredible hubris. Do not steal his weapon. Okay, thank you. I have some lingering trauma over that scenario. Okay, so it looks like, I think that's a race 2 that's going to, heal the monk, and he will go up to nice and healthy, high, happy things. Okay, Belt's gonna... Oh, sorry, that's not Bellet, that's Sue. Okay, just staying out of reach of that death sentence this time. Oh, you're killing me, Zodus. You're killing me. Well, Illidan's gonna get up, and he may do some very ugly things. Or he may just, like... Oh, well, or he may get up with full health. You know, that kind of sucks. Can you quit doing that, please? That's really annoying, but the Asuna is tasty. Thank you very much. Ah, God, they're both gonna die. Ah, the Iokine powder. Oh. Alright, hang on, boys. Mama's coming. Yara might be able to help you. Okay, Dragon Spirit? Oh, wait, no, he's undead. Never mind. Oh. Ooh, yes, Yara's gonna get her turn without being interrupted by that bitch-ass summoner. Meanwhile, that's a double kill. And they're gonna be down for a while. Holy hell, this set's been going on for a while. And Bellet, doing her trademark, staying way, 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 way far away from anything that can touch her. So the other thief is really the only thing she's worried about. Yeah. Just keep your distance, Bellet. Wait for reinforcements to arrive. Okay, I can't remember. Is Undead a guaranteed pickup in FFT Arena, or is it like a 50% chance or whatever? Because I know in Colo it's 50% or whatever the percentage is, and sometimes you just fucking never see them get up. But finally, Yara, not being frickin' bullied by this mean-ass team and able to do some mean-ass damage, but I think she's going to be dead before she can get another turn. The nice little, rather weak Excalibur hit for the Absorb But, okay, so Yara, the wall is going to be pretty awesome. The thing is, auto potion. And so, okay, thank you, Sleep. Actually helping me out. Preventing the reaction. Yeah, and now Yara's gonna take another nap. Alright, Bellet is not gonna be able to run away far enough. The monk's gonna be able to annoy her. Just stay well away from Sue the Thief, because, you know, she will do annoying, mean things to you because she's an annoying, mean person. Okay, so now we got the regions. Zodus, why do we make teams like this? You and I were a scourge. Oh god. Oh my, that's really, you know, do me like that once, fine. Do me like that twice, fuck you. Yeah, so Bella doing okay, but these frickin' absolute assholes, you know, taking your whole drip away. If the accessory gets stolen, then she can get hit with undead. Which, in all fairness, doesn't really fucking matter for her. Especially at this point. Kind of wanted that Geltos to hit so she could get in a turn, maybe. But, yeah, so the undead, I don't care about overly. And the reason that the monk is not attacking Bellet is because the Silver Ring also absorbs Holy and Excalibur. The big downside of Excalibur, damage isn't that high and it's Holy Elemental, so if they half/absorb, well, you know. Now, in all fairness, with Excalibur, you don't really want to be swinging anyway, so it's kind of nice. And that's what. And Zodus wants that monk to be spamming these steal attempts because eventually they're gonna hit, and it's gonna wear Bellet down to the nub of her ability to sandbag. She is like pretty much optimal sandbagging. No knockout. Wow, Bellet. You know. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I've been kind of unlucky here. You know, sorry to tell you, but you know, yeah, the luck here has been pretty bad for me overall. But Bellet has really been taking it upon herself to balance out the fortunes of this team. And to be honest, if there's anybody on this team I want to be lucky, it's Bellet. Now, do not steal anything, please. I will take that trade. No. Okay. Alright, well, it was fun while it lasted. Yara, knock that punk-ass fucking summoner on her ass, please. Well... Okay, so, let's see. Can Illidan manage Well, actually, he might be able to clear the decimals, but let's see, guys. Take some bets. Do you think that Illidan will double miss for the third time in a row on Sue the Thief? I'm too tired to gamer rage right now, and Bellet is dead. Alright, Illidan, carry the team on your shoulders. But this time you're not back with enough to fucking get that shit done, so. Okay, so what I need Illidan to do now is run over and pick Bellet up after she frickin' congeals on the floor. Kill me. Whoa, this is killing me, guys. Okay, well, Arthas is fucking dead. I think they're gonna get. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say I thought they were gonna get two-pieced, but they did not. Okay, Illidan. Oh, okay, fucking. Oh, what in the hell? Alright. Don't gloat about that one, Zodis. That was some bullshit. Alright, well, you got your point. Frickin' use it wisely. Alright. Hey guys, I'm back again. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was going to be able to get all this shit done, and I'm kind of a proud person. Like, just fucking do the whole thing. It's 6 a.m. and I'm still rendering me versus Zodis, so fuck it. We're just gonna do this, and then I'm not gonna render the rest tonight. I'm just gonna fucking sleep. But anyways, we have a very, very, very important one between the one and only Break on the bottom and the magnanimous Patty, the legend. So yeah, he's got these guys, and then Break's got these guys. Break's got this scary dude who gives me nightmares. Wrong button. Okay. Guys, I don't freaking know. I don't know. I feel like we've done like a considerable amount of these now. I don't think we did Town Church Inside, but that's a medium, so we're gonna have to save that one. So you guys better go to a tiebreaker, I guess. Horror. We for sure did not do horror. Man, what a night. Went to a movie, and it was a really nice movie, but I was pretty high, so I didn't really... it was such a good movie that I kind of was like, ah, shit, man, I should have been sober for this, you know? Oh, well. Okay, I'm just gonna get Legend of Dragon music in, because I don't freaking know what to play. Yeah, but until I pull that up, you can listen to the music of my magical voice. There you go, Congo boss team fight. Boss team fight, boss fight team, whatever. Alright, so this is one of them counter magic matchups. I like that animation. It's a lot better than the stupid ass Bahamut animation. Alright, well, that summoner now cannot do her job. You know, every time Break's marksman moves, a baby in a third world country bursts into flames. Alright, so the ninja gonna have to sit and think about what he's done. Never mind. Alright, Dunyazad. That. Holy hell. Is that gonna hit? It is. Whoa. Holy shit. And. Oh, okay, hold on. Did she have an observe for that? Okay. So, that archer, his shenanigans, finally fucking coming back for him. So, okay, so Flame Staff, I think. Oh my god, I don't even know what the fucking. Oh, get it together. What the fuck is the thing for this shit? No. Oh, select, right, yeah. Okay, where's select on the keyboard for Duck Station? Okay, whatever, I don't care. Whatever, screw it. Good job, Priest, you did a lot of damage. And good job, Summoner, you frickin' hit that motherfucker. That exploiting jerk who's been running rampant through my tournament. Alright, Zenshin gonna bring his MP switch back to full strength and tell that Mystic Knight he ain't allowed to do anything. You know, Break, I think this whole not liking Carbuncle thing might come from somewhere. Not to be accusatory. God damn that fire, holy hell. Yeah, that Berserk Whack didn't do very much though in Mystic Knight either, but hey, you know what? If you're ganging up, you're ganging up. And he's gonna get ganked frickin' 10 miles away from his Oracle friend over there. But she is gonna keep herself nice and safe. And Summoner is gonna do that. Yeah. You know, Summoners, either the bullies or the victims, it seems. Well, Break's team was getting hammered there, but we're back to everybody being everybody. Carbuncle just in time to let the Mystic Knight cast and then probably fucking get all his MP taken away by the Samurai. No, he would have died. Okay, well, I don't want to say I told you so. Man, that Samurai is fucking crazy. Like, okay, I knew Ethereal Spear was pretty sick. Not to toot my own horn or anything. And you can thank me for having it get fixed, by the way. Well, not really. White Knight was... Holy Lord. Alright, well, I can tell you for a fact those two don't have absorbs, and those don't axe are just frickin' sad, man. Alright, Dead Proc? Nope. Alright, Dead Proc? Oh, I'm sorry, Patty. I'm sorry. Break's team probably... I was gonna say had the most bullshit award, but that's gotta go to Zodus. Okay. Yeah, just in time to help out that monk, and... Wow, Charm clearing the cast. You know, there's another reason why maybe Charm doesn't deserve... Oh, jeez. He just doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, maybe that's the reason why, you know, Charm doesn't deserve to get buffed, because, you know, that is horrible. And I've said it before, but when you have your support unit charmed and you lose your revive, and then the support unit goes and revives the unit that you spent all your time and energy to kill, kinda sucks. Yeah, I really thought Patty had that one. That's a good damage split, to be fair. Although, damage split pretty much like almost always inferior to auto potion, except when you got some undead bullshit going on. But you know, it can be really good, especially if you're constantly getting harassed by the same asshole. You know, like Bellet going after Dr. Carvalho's Eliana Oliveira. But Patty's team not allowed to do fuck all. Sorry, Patty. Gotta get yourself a knick-knack, Paddywhack. Okay, large. What was the one we were on before? The weird ass one? Yeah, tiger. Wait, what? No. Did I start us with a large map? No, what map were we on just now? Oh, the dementia is getting so bad. See, god damn it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Alright, yeah, so it wasn't Tiger we were at, it was horror. Well, Germina's Peak is a medium map, in case you hadn't noticed. Speaker Woods we did. So there's Doldabar Swamp. There's like 2 swamps, right? Zagolas. So we did Zagolas. I don't think we did Doldabar. Oh, man. Okay. Alrighty. Well, you know, as much as the thing with Zodus did not go my way, frickin' Break's team has a terrible, terrible matchup with my team. So Break really wants to make sure he can get the set win here. Now, Patty proving that this is not one-sided by any means. That ninja probably going to be pretty good Berserk. Certainly better than the Summoner. Man, this is why Chakra Band is S+++ tier, my friends. Well, it's not the only reason, it's just like kind of the best headdress. Depending on your build. But I use Chakra Band more than any other headpiece. But now the cat's out of the bag. My precious advantage. Okay. Alright, Ninja. Whoa, that second hit was pretty fucking nasty. But anyways, the no victory royale there for the Ninja, unfortunately. How cold is this strike going to be? Cold enough to take down the marksman, but the samurai barely gave a shit about that at all. Ah, yes. The oh so rare fire summon. This is why I like Patty's team. Patty's team, they do whatever they want. You know, they be casting all kinds of spells. You know, it's not just like Leviathan, Zodiark, Bahamut. The occasional Odin for some teams. In all fairness, Patty Summoner does run Odin, but whatever. I think, is it Coruscant that's got Lich? Mother of God, that priest frickin' nukes people. Alright, see you later, Mr. Knight. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, Black Magic really doesn't see a lot of play. That being said, holy fuck. Yeah, hey, if you let Zodas's team, or if you let living rent free, if you let Patty's team do its thing, holy lord, they will just rip you to shreds. Now, can the summoner get in the way of that? Oh, that is a very smart Zodiark I am seeing. Zodiark with 3 AoE, so is that going to be enough to hit the summoner? Or the Oracle? Yes, it is, but it does not kill, and Patty is sweating right now. Hopefully that's not enough to kill her the right return, and no, it is not, thank heavens. Although that Oracle might get a chance to take the turn and then just frickin' strike her down for her sins. Now the ninja's back, and holy lord, he has a lot of HP. Yeah, so Patty just picking everybody up. Basically turning the script on break from what happened last game. Alright. And Bolt gonna put that marksman down as Patty says, no more fucking berserk for me, thank you. And honestly, Patty, you're so brave for saying that. So good for you. Alright, hello, but goodbye. Yeah, and consolidate, discombobulate. Alright, Ninja, what you gonna do? That is exactly... Holy hell, the damage difference there. It's been a big trend, hey, for counter magic units to always fucking deal more damage back than they take. It's like kind of hilarious, like the counter, holy hell. Like, you know, I was thinking about like tier lists and shit, and I was like, man, I know these counters, they don't seem to get stuff done. But hey, this tournament really shut me up, I'll tell you that, for all the talking I've been doing. Dragon Spirit is still the best reaction in the game though, fight me. Gotta say though, also HP restore made a pretty good case for itself. Really solid 80-80. Like if you get like 80-80 and then dead immune. Well, a lot of frogs this tournament, and well, I don't know. Like this game has been over for a while now, but that certainly didn't help things. And hey, speaking of the Lich, comes out to do F all damage. Alright, well, we're really stacking the damage on, and if the Mystic Knight, does he not have any MP to... I'm pretty sure that was in cone range, but whatever. I could be wrong. But I'm only wrong if I'm proven wrong. Otherwise, I'm right. My grandpa told me that. Alright. That's about enough of that. Okie doke. Well. Patty proving that, you know, even if his team is not at the top of the leaderboard, you still have got to respect them, because they will murk you. I don't know. I can't remember what I don't know. Those, not gonna lie, those frickin' those maps at the bottom can be kind of weird and have weird matchups, and you watch it, and when you're the person on the receiving end of the gimmick associated with whatever map, it's pretty frustrating. So I'm kind of like, you know, I don't know who that would screw over, but you know, I don't know. Just don't really want to fucking do that. So, all right, Zurakiel Falls, where we learned what it means to be a pro. Actually, is that where Gaff said that, or did he say it somewhere else? I don't freaking know. All right, well, appreciate the patience. Okay, this one goes for 15 minutes. If you guys take more than 15 minutes, I don't know. I won't do anything, but I'll pretend to be mad. Yeah, I've been using a lot of Final Fantasy music outside of FFT for the tournament, so maybe that's a little egregious of me. How dare I use Suikoden music when Final Fantasy VII is right there, right? Yeah, there were some recommendations for games from like a lot of different frickin' franchises from many different consoles. Oh my god. Yeah, what a way to start. Anyways, so there's a lot of Rex and good songs. Rex. There's a lot of good songs. Just kind of, there's a certain tempo, a certain intensity that these PS1 RPGs seem to all share. Plus, they're on the same sound card, so you know the samples are similar and all that jazz. You know, it's like, does Kagasugi not check spear blocking? That ability is kind of weird. But good God, has he done it, or has he used it well? Okay, if another Petrify hits here, yeah. Okay, if that had hit... Well, okay, I'll admit, Patty's in a really bad spot right now. But, yeah, that Petrify fucked him completely. I won't sugarcoat it. Okay, so this ninja... I don't know what the hell he's supposed to do, but... Hey, listen. Let's just shut our stupid mouths and let him work. Let him cook! It's a little jarring how when an ability happens, it freezes the waterfall like that. Well, being don't moved and using Tailwind is not how you win this match while your buddies are rotting down in the corner. So after the very epic one last time, sorry Patty. Unfortunately, this just kind of happens with Break's team sometimes. So Break takes it 2-1, and with 13 points, it will be up to me to stop the onslaught. But I think I will, because that is an amazing matchup for me. But we shall see. You're going to have to wait 2 rounds for it, though, Break. So chew some gum. That helps me with my cravings. Alright, good night, guys. I'm fucking...